Hi there, I'm Chris Devine and this is Six String World. So there's no playing in this video. This is no reviews of particular items. The reason I'm making this video is that the holiday season is upon us. We're already getting pre-Black Friday sales notices in our email boxes. This video isn't really meant for you. It's meant for your family, your significant others, and whomever may have you on their holiday shopping list. Secret Santas at the office or amongst friends. That being said, if you like this channel, hit the subscribe button. The bell icon will let you know when I put up a new video. I've had a big uptick in viewers and subscribers. So I'd like to give you, to the people who have subscribed and watched, a very big thank you. I've noticed that 97% of the viewers on this page aren't subscribers, but the YouTube algorithm somehow made its way to suggest this video or other of my videos to you. And if you want to keep getting content like this, hitting the subscribe button will keep you in the loop. And you can also share this video. And this video is kind of meant to be shared on a certain level. You can share this video with people that may be looking to get you something special for this holiday season. And if you want to share it with other people, that's great. But this video is kind of meant for you to have an idea. If someone asks you off the cuff, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Yes, we all would like to have a private stock PRS and a Dumble show up on December 25th. It's probably not going to happen, but there might be people looking to find something that they can afford, and this may give them some ideas of what, not everything is super expensive in the guitar community. And you can find some really nice and sensible gifts for your guitar playing friends over the holidays with not having to break the bank. Guitarists are particular on a lot of things, but I've got a lot of experience on what gear has been really cool over this past year, as well as some guidelines to what to get the guitarist on your holiday shopping list. There's something for every kind of guitarist and at every kind of price point. So here's some ideas and suggestions that are fairly reasonable. I figure I'd start with around $200 or so, and we'll work our way down. For clarity and transparency, this is not a sponsored video. I haven't been compensated in any way by the companies and the products I'll be going through in this video. Clocking in at just over $200 is the Positive Grid Spark. This is a great little practice amp. It's driven by an app that happens to have all sorts of effects and amp rigs and entire signal chains replicated in an app, and it basically connects to this little speaker that's a stereo unit in a very small package, and you plug your guitar into it and it sounds absolutely amazing. This is one of those what I'd call the best room items. It's great for the bedroom, so if you don't have to upset your housemates or your roommates. This is also great for the hotel room. If you're on the road with your band and you want to be able to write and record some music without bothering them, it's another great way of doing that. Perfect amp to grab and go and just jam at a friend's house. It gets about as loud as a TV set at a Super Bowl party, which is fine, and that works wonderfully. It has a rechargeable internal battery with about 8 hours of life in it, I believe. It's also Bluetooth enabled, so what happens is if you can actually pump your music, if you want to you can treat it just like its own little portable mini speaker. The sounds on it were amazing. The price was unbelievable. You can save some presets in there too, so you don't need the app to get it to work properly and get some great sounds. This is one of those little practice amps that really has shown how far the technology's gone in the last 5 or 10 years. There's been nothing like that before, and being able to have an app that integrates perfectly with a piece of hardware without any issues, this is something definitely worth checking out. I believe right now they have a pre-Black Friday sale, so it's just over $200. I'm going to bet there probably will be some more Black Friday sales and beyond as the season goes, so it's well worth checking out. For about $150, for a price point. It's not really a guitar specific item, but it's something a guitarist really should check out, and that is an interface. And the one I'm talking about is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. It's a USB interface. The price is fantastic. It's got 2 inputs, excellent monitoring options for some, whether headphones or if you happen to have a set of speakers. You don't have to go over the top with a complete system. It's the system I'm using. I've been using it for quite a while. It is perfect, again, for home use. If you want to do demos and you want to practice, it's a great way to go. And the other thing I really want to talk about is the fact that when you usually get one of these devices and you register the unit itself, you get signed up to their usually it's like their forums and their user groups. And what happens is a lot of times you get some really cool after the purchase benefits. First of all, when you register it, you get a ton of software with it, whether it's for guitar amps and effects and mastering software, virtual instruments, loops. I mean, everything you need to record and make great sounding music just comes right with it. There's plenty of free software that really makes the box worth it in the long run. And again, if you sign up, they sometimes have deals on other plugins, sometimes even free versions that they come available. You just, all you have to do is just log in and download it, and you'll get something really awesome for usually really cheap or free in some cases. So it's worth checking out. I have to say it's a great little unit, and it's not that much money. When you get to about $100 or so, pedals are always a great idea. And at that price point, there are plenty of options from a variety of manufacturers. Moore, MXR, Electro Harmonics, Boss. My favorite is the Nobels ODR1 Mini. It's a great drive pedal. It comes in around $79. It's got a great flavor to it. It's a little different than your typical drives. It's one of those pedals that if you're one of the guitar players in the know, you know how great this drive pedal is. And it's something that not a lot of other pedals really come close to, especially for its simplicity and what you get out of it at the end. Yes, there's a variety of other pedals you can get, usually things like delays and modulations and some other time-based effects. Sometimes they are a little pricier, but usually the mini pedals, they're usually under $100. Like I said, you can go to Moore. Amazon has their own product line as well too for some pedals that are also very inexpensively priced. And, like I said, a drive pedal under $100 are usually pretty easy to find. Cables are always something you want to check out. I really like Runway Audio. They make some very cool high-end cables, but the prices are fairly reasonable. They're around $50 or maybe a little bit more when it gets into shipping and taxes and all that stuff. But they make a really great handmade cable in the USA. It's got a wonderful shielding on the outside, this nylon sheath that keeps the cables from getting tangled on itself. It's that rubberized coating for the insulation. Sometimes when you're trying to unspaghetti a cable, it always seems to like catch on itself, and it's not easy to detangle. This is kind of a nice feature, and it doesn't prevent tangles, but it kind of keeps things moving when you're trying to untangle everything. There are some more common brands. Monster's a great cable to check out. They have a variety of lengths. Cable length usually dictates cost because it's made out of copper. Keep that in mind. A 10-foot cable is usually a lot less money than a 18-foot or a 25-foot cable, so keep that in mind. Straps are always a cool item to check out as well. At around $50, couch guitar straps have some very cool options. They're made in the USA. They're vegan, if that matters to you. They use some very interesting materials. Always awesome to check out. I've got quite a few of their straps, and I love them. They're wonderful. If you are looking for something maybe not as expensive, you can go to local stores, and a brick and mortar store is usually a great option to find guitar straps and things like that. Ernie Ball's nylon straps are very inexpensive, and they're pretty much like an industry standard at this point. A lot of other strap manufacturers essentially copy what they do, and that tells you how well they do it. They're durable. They come in pretty much every color imaginable, and a bunch of different patterns as well too. Sometimes they have silk screening for things like checkerboards and things like that. It's well worth if you for an inexpensive guitar strap that has it's not a piece of crap. That's always a great one to check out. Levy's always has some nice higher end straps at a local music store. So you find a lot of them. They usually have like a lot of some nice options like detailing or patterned leather. Sometimes even have like metal studs and metal detailing if you for usually players in hard rock and heavy metal. There's always something there too. And most brick and mortar stores will have a decent selection of guitar straps that won't break the bank. So you don't have to go to any particular website. You can just walk in, and that's always great to support a small business at this time of year. Another place to look for guitar straps are the guitar manufacturers themselves. Gibson, Fender, PRS, they all offer branded guitar straps, which brings me to the next item to think about for possible gift ideas. Swag. T-shirts and other related clothing items with your favorite manufacturer's graphics. Hoodies, hats, t-shirts. Pretty much every company has something as simple as a black t-shirt with their logo in a very simple white layout. And then it gets crazier from there. I've seen graphic designs where Fender has replicated vintage ads. PRS has their bird motif that really, they've found unique ways to apply that in a very cool way that's a little out of the norm for typical guitarists, but it looks like a really cool t-shirt. And a lot of them sometimes don't scream guitarist or musician, but they just look like cool t-shirts, and that's something to check out as well. Guitarists always need strings, and getting a multi-pack of your preferred brand and gauge can always hit the mark. Make sure whoever's going to be shopping for you on strings like that, make sure they know your brand, the size, and any other particulars that you prefer for those. Just make sure. Sometimes it's always great to just give them, show a picture of the packaging, or even better if you have a spare, pack, the packaging lying around. It's always good to show them what you like. Picks. Speaking of strings, you need something to pick. They're always needed. It's not hard to find out what the guitarist in your life prefers. The brand and the gauge, they're usually printed on each pick, so you can always get those. Always awesome. It's a very slick thing if you happen to see a pick lying around. They're using that a lot. Very easy to find, and a little bag of those are always a nice thing to get in the stocking every year. Gift cards sometimes get dissed as a cop-out present. But guitarists and musicians can be beyond anal and hyper-specific on what they want. And if there's a local shop they prefer to go to, a gift certificate or a credit there, it's always great. It's always awesome to support a small music store, especially this time of year. So again, don't skip on a local music store if your favorite guitar player or musician goes someplace all the time. That's always one to check out. The major online retailers, such as Guitar Center, Musician's Friend, and Reverb.com, Sweetwater as well too, they all offer up gift cards. And many times right after Christmas, these retailers have big sales. I've gotten emails and texts on Christmas Day from retailers for crazy deals, and sometimes I've seen a gift card made the difference in me getting myself something that Santa didn't leave under the tree. And I'll have links in the space below for the items I talk about, and I also have like a little bit of a list going, so if there's things that may not be specific of like strings, I'll just say, hey, list strings. Now, but I will, for a product that's specific, I'll list that with a link where you can check that out as well. This is all easy to find. And also, this is a great list that's a starting point. If someone does ask you what you want for Christmas, you can very easily give them this list, or you can, maybe just say, hey, go to that list, say, hey, I need some strings or picks, and this is what I'm into. And that would be something people like to give something at the holidays. And they want you to get something that you will actually use and appreciate. Anyways, I hope this helps you and your family and your friends and your Secret Santas finding you some great stuff for the holidays for 2022. That's it for this week. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.